Hi everyone, and welcome to another at a glance episode. Um, so I know if you've been uh following my podcast, um, then I've been going through um some things, I guess, quite a bit of things actually. Um, you know, and uh, and some things are like easier to face and to deal with than what like others are, right? Um, but anyway, um, so for this week's episode, I'm going to, as always, do like a quick mental check in, um, you know, and then kick things off with the main topics. I'm not gonna bring up, what else is going on, um, because I don't know, like I just want like more of a focus to be placed on on three things, like the first week like of this month and so forth. But I wanted to start, like uh uh this week. And so with that being said, that's why like the first episode like of this month that I'm not really going to like talk about like everything else. But yeah, so if you have no clue as to what I'm talking about, I'm talking about um this month um being sexual assault and awareness month. It also being uh childhood abuse prevention month, and it also being autism acceptance month. Um, I have uploaded videos and support of all three of those topics um, on my YouTube channel, and I will try to put like direct links at the end of this week's like episode too. Um, to also like redirect there. Um, but yeah, I just kind of want like a lot of the focus to be put on those things. Like to increase the awareness like of those things. Anyway, so um mental health wise, like I mean, I'm still hanging in there, like some days are harder than others. Like, it's like I have moments where it's like I feel like, it's like I can't do like I can't do like anything right. It's like, oh, I can't talk about like this and that because, oh, well, I already mentioned it. And 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 when that comes up, it's kind of just like, it's like, well, why even bother? It's like, it's why try to talk like at all, right? And then that's one other stuff creeps in, because at that point that I'm like vulnerable, and that's when like all of the thoughts, and stuff creep in there, like, huh, how like the other week that you thought about doing XYZ, why don't you go ahead? Yeah, just do that. And you ain't gotta worry about like if you say the right thing, if you say the wrong thing. If someone is like gonna be like willing to like listen or like let you talk or do whatever, you know and the thing is, some of the ones who I wish could like understand, like even just like an ounce of what I go through or what I'm dealing with, but I have to face the facts that the answer that those people won't, and I'm not like talking about like the public or anybody like that. Now, like I'm talking about like a couple people who are in my circle, you know, because it's just like it's not like I can just like uh throw them like out of it, you know, because I would still be tied to them somehow. So I don't know. It just feels like there's so much that's being put like on me. It's like there's like so much. It's like that I have to do or to try to manage. And it's like I really don't think that they actually understand. It's that's how much like effort or like energy that I have to utilize. Like even just for the uh, basic stuff. You know. Um. So anyway. Enough of that. So, diving into this week's main topics. So, the first main topic of this week's episode is hard truth is feeling judged. Well, yeah. I mean, that notion that no matter what you do, whether it's good or it's bad, that you're going to be judged based off of it. It doesn't matter, if it's right or wrong, because if somebody wants to judge you, then they're going to. But I think what gets me the most, is that some of the ones who do judge me, that one, they don't try to understand what I'm going through. Two, some of them they just act like they don't do nothing wrong. And when you point out to them what they've done wrong, it's like, oh no, I haven't done that. Oh no, I would never do that. You must have me a fuse with a so and so. No, I don't. Like I remember what it is that you did, and still, I treat you the same way. That's I don't treat you any differently, than what I have been. I mean, it's truth is, I try my best not to judge anyone. Why? Because I know that I'm not perfect. So in the biblical sense of it all, I don't have a right to cast any stones. I don't have a right, to totally judge anybody. I mean that I don't. And so for that a reason, it's I try my best not to. I'm not gonna say that I forgive every single thing that does happen, because there are some things that I don't forget, that I don't forgive, because that is kind of a hard to. So in that sense, perhaps I am judging, but I'm gonna be honest here. Nobody really likes to be judged. You know, like I think that for the most part that it's like everybody just like I want to be able to like live their life, and go about their like business. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not like hurting anybody else, then they just want to be like left alone. Like treated like equally. You know, and not to be judged. Um, so this week's episode, second main topic is managing burnout. Um, yeah, so this is something I know, like I know, like to like well, like I dealt with it while I was in the military. You know, like I'm dealing with it again on the civilian side of things, but like it feels like different now though. You know, I mean, when I was in, it was more lounge like you just learned how to like I don't know, like you learned how to not like let those things like really like uh uh dictate, like the things that you did, like whatever, like the way that you like acted or whatever. You know, I mean, it's like that you learned how like not to, right? Because you have like a mission to like do. Um, but um, being like out of the like military, like I will say, like it does feel like different, Like I mean, there are times, where like I ultimately just wanna, just like I don't know, like it's just I don't know, just like walk away from like some things for like a bit, you know. Um, just to take like a load off. Like it would be nice, if I could give, like some of my load, to somebody else, but the truth is that I can't, you know. It's like I may like I want to, you know, but I can't. I can't because I don't trust that things will get done like the way that I would do them. Like I don't trust that just everything would get done in a timely like manner. Like I just don't. Like there's like in my mind, like there's too many things that could go wrong. You know, if I give like any of my load up to like somebody else, you know. So instead that I endure, like I try my best, just um to keep going, you know, like no matter what. Um, and this brings us to our last main topic of this week's episode, which is it's okay to be different. Yeah, it really is. Like, I think that is one thing, that we should learn to embrace more, I mean, like, you're not going to be just like someone else, to be honest. I mean, identical twins aren't even the same, you know? I mean, they don't necessarily like do things the same way, you know? I mean, I think, if we can learn how to like and embrace, like what makes us different, or the fact that we are different, then it makes like easier for us to then learn how to love ourselves. It makes it like easier, I think, for us to learn how to advocate. I know on our own behalf. I really do. You know, like I mean, I mean in a way. Like we can kind of like relate to each other on a number of things, right? So you look at it like that. Mm, or really different from one another. And well, in some ways, no, but in like other ways, yes, we are, because there's something that is unique to like only us, you know, and and that's the thing that we need to embrace. I mean, as long as it doesn't cause like any harm to like anyone else, then we should embrace it. You know, like I don't think that the world we like live in would be what it is now. If if everyone wasn't like that different. It's like if everyone was the same, if everyone thought the same, if everyone acted the same way, like like I think the world would be totally like different from like what it is now. So like I think by us uh thinking differently, like acting differently, like all those other things, you know, um, by us being getting into like a visual, it's like I think that in and of its own self, that's what at the end of the day, you know, is what helps shape the things around us. I mean, it might not shape it a lot. It might only be just like a little bit, but you know, I can't say that it doesn't. You know, I mean, it's always something. And to be honest, I mean, I don't think anybody like in this world should have to be ashamed of the fact that they're different. Um, you know, the exact same way that I don't think that uh that a child should have to feel like they're like alone, like in this world. But I don't think that they should should ever should ever have to fear that they won't be treated right. You know, like I don't think anybody should have to, you know, like no, I should have to be like afraid, of doing things that they do every single doggone day. That they shouldn't have to fear, that someone might just like harm them, you know? Like I don't think that that's right, you know? And like I don't know, like perhaps for me that's why like I take like certain topics, like I take like mental health and all this other stuff like so serious, because I don't know. I guess just because I can relate to like a lot of it, but at the exact same time, oh, that's because oh well, um, I I just don't. I just don't want anyone just feel like they're like alone. Yeah, like in this at all. Like I just don't. Um, you know, so that can concludes this week's episode. I want to say thank you to the ones who are watching us. If you ever have any comments or remarks, just post those onto my YouTube channel. And as always, hope everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.